And in the UMX studio tonight, I'm hanging out with a woman who is running things in the entertainment space. Whether you're hearing her, whether you're seeing her, you know that she's on. Her name is Nomuzi, also known as Moozlie, also known as the Scandal Queen, Cash Time Life Queen. Hey, friend, how are you?
I'm good, friend. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. My first female guest.
Yes.
Shout out.
I actually just came to say, since you're done with that other job that you screwed me out of a couple of years ago, I just wanted to know if maybe I could go get that job since you're out here.
But how crazy is that? How crazy is that? For everybody who might not know, we entered a competition together back in the day, and a couple of years later...
She beat me. Let's just be honest.
I did, my friend. But you were so graceful about it, which I really, really adored. But I mean, look at us now. 4 years later, I'm in a different space, brand new, you know, and you a rapper.
Crazy.
Presented to rapper.
Who would have
Moozlie to Scandal Queen.
I don't think anybody even saw that coming. If you had asked me like years ago if that's something I ever saw myself doing, I don't think I would have said yes. But now that I'm in that space, I'm so happy.
How did that actually happen?
Well, I work for another television channel, and the guy who like makes music for that channel or compiles the music for the channel goes by the name of DJ Vigilante. He was like, yo, I mean, you got swag when you're out there performing and hosting and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I mean, why did it take you so long to ask me? I mean,
young after all, right?
You know? And he connected me with KO and my Easy Does It, who obviously started Cash Time Life, and they were in the phase where they were really building this empire that we now know as Cash Time Life, and they really needed a strong female artist.
Right.
And we just kind of was born.
So speaking of strong female artists, you know, we've got the Nicki Minaj's in the world, we've got the Lil Kims in the world, who are always the diamonds in the rough, the rose amongst the thorns. Nomuzi, you don't have rap history, you know, so do you feel some type of way, you know, as part of this big empire with all these heavyweights that have been rapping for decades?
Rap history, I don't have music history. All I know, the only music history that I have is that I love music, and it's always been there, it's always been a part of me. But, you know, life is what happens while you're busy making plans. Right. And the space I found myself at the television channel that I worked for was just like, I was always surrounded by the biggest music superstars, and I was always deep in the cut, and I was like, I need more, because you kind of feel like you get to a place where you're like, I've peaked in this space. Like, this is as cool as I was gonna get, because you know, as a presenter, like, you're mega, but you're also like the channel between the mega and everybody else. So it's kind of a weird space to be in. So for me, music was just a really awesome way to express myself, and that's how I'm using it. It's a sense of catharsis. I think everybody has a story to tell, but with music, you just gotta have to do it in a really cool and funky way. And I'm seeing now that it's like anything in life. If you practice and practice and practice, you just get better and better and better. And I have the best teachers in the game, so I'm nice.
You're good with it?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm no ghostwriting for nothing.
The thing is that there isn't enough time. I realized very early on that if I ever wanted to get anything out, I really had to like step up and make sure that I was pushing my pen and learning more and more and more, because KO has to write his own album, he's doing his own stuff, X is doing his own stuff. Oh, they're not thinking like on fleek, like so I really had to come up with those kind of things on my own, and the more I do it on my own, the more comfortable I get in the space, and I think it's evident.
The more you can own it,
actually. The songs, in all the songs, you can really see the progression. Where from 7, it was kind of like more about just basic ABC raps, and then to the last feature that I did, 6 a.m., where it's like, you know, I'm speaking my own language now. You know, so and I'm just really getting more comfortable in that space, and it's starting to show.
Okay, so let's talk about you being young Mabrizas. What do you mean when you say that? Like superstar, or how she lived her life, or how expressive she may have been? What are you channeling from her? Because it's quite a heavy thing to put on your shoulders, you know?
It's very heavy. It's a very crazy personality, and I always say to myself, one day, man figures Zulu, and young I really want to make sure that I hold her down and like she's proud of me. But I think more than anything, it's a feeling. She was like so unapologetic about who she was, and no matter what she went through and no matter what labels people wanted to put on her, her talent always just like kept her at the top of her game, you know? She was like graceful in the most dustiest way, and she was like she was just everything, dude. And
she was herself.
She was herself, and it's just like I just connect with that spirit and that energy. And I think in the time that she lived, the things that she was doing for a young girl from where she came from was so unheard of.
I also think it's very sorry for to cut you off. I think it's very powerful that you use a South African icon.
Yeah.
And, because everybody's always like, okay, you're more Nikki, more.
Exactly. And she was exactly the same as well. They tried to compare it to Madonna, and they were like, Brenda, are you
Madonna of the township?
The Madonna of the township? And she was like, she is the Brenda Fassie of America. And I just love that so much, because I think we live in a time where it's so easy to get caught in and follow trends and not really pave your own way.
Yeah.
But she was able to do that, and to me that's just inspiring.
Well, I think you're doing really well in paving your own way, actually. I mean, my figures are literally in China, but you're in a very good place, so shout out to you and the direction that you take, and of course, the heavyweights around you are playing a role as well.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your music direction. There's a lot going on in hip-hop worldwide. There's trap, there's all sorts of influences. There's Kanda, you guys have an entirely new sound that we really vibe with. So, Kanda Queen, where are you? What's your lane? Where are you going?
I really, that's something that I figure out every single day. I'm still so early on in my musical career that I can still play around and have a lot of fun. I listen to so much music, so much different music, that it all has sort of influenced the sound that I'm leaning towards. But I'm in studio right now, I'm working on stuff, and the sound right now is trapeze kind of pop.
Trapeze kind of pop. Okay, that's an entire new genre.
Yeah.
Maybe they might want to consider this at the different awards ceremonies.
Trapeze kind of pop.
Okay.
And that could change with time, because I think when I came in, I just really wanted to impress the guys and be just as good as the guys. I'm like, I want to be like the boys. And then I went as Skanda as I could be. I couldn't obviously go to Skanda because I still had to really represent myself. But now that I'm on my own and I'm playing around, I'm working with different people, not only KO and PH and my E and Lunatic who worked a lot with at the time. Now I'm working with Emblazon who works with Deleuze, and I'm working with Makwa who does stuff with Questa. So it's a whole lot of different people, but it's all people that I love and respect in the game. Obviously Tweezy, somebody that I really, really want to get a lot of stuff done with. But since I'm a new artist and somebody opened the door and the opportunities for me, I'm very open to working with new people. So if you got the heat, man, if you got the heat,
bring it
send
and
it my way.
Send it my
way. Let's make it happen.
So speaking of being a new artist, friend, it's very hard to be an artist. I've picked it up because of, hanging out with the big stars.
Yeah.
How have you found it? It's one thing winning a presenter search, which you actually did. It's another thing having someone open the door, but it's a new world, it's music, it's hip hop, it's rap, How has that transition been? Is it as easy as it looks? Because it looks very simple for you. It looks like you just woke up one day and a year later you had 3 hot singles and that's it.
Girl,
you're out.
Yes, that's Speedy. Oh my God, my life. Oh,
Trap Queen
so
life.
But it isn't that easy, but there's you always have to remember why you did it and why you got into it, and never let your focus be deterred by all the hardships, because it's like I was saying, we actually had this conversation not too long ago,
we did.
You always think that at some point when you've been in the industry for a little while, it gets easier.
And in fact, it gets harder.
It only gets harder, but at least you know more, so it isn't that difficult. It's hard. It really, really isn't easy. I wouldn't say to anybody just do it. Woo! Just drop everything and do it, because it's really, really difficult. And once you're committed, you have to stay in. But at the same time, it is the most beautiful sense of catharsis that you get when you're in studio, when you're writing those songs. It's so amazing. And that moment when you're on the stage, you don't even know the stuff you have to get on the stage.
Yeah.
You won't change in the car, you forgot you're there, so now this is not really adding up. They didn't get the rider, so now you're still waiting for microphone. The amount of stuff that you have to get through just to get on that stage and deliver your performance, when you're on there, you're I would go through it again.
Exactly, because no feeling compares to how that energy that you get from the crowd,
it's really
the love
amazing.
that you get back, when
It's
people
really
are rapping your lyrics back to you.
And that's like nothing else. I think when you're on stage and you're hosting, you're performing, you have this power where you can really just be everybody say scream, yeah, scream. but everybody screams. But there's something crazy about knowing that you wrote Cash Time, Crack House, and Griselda Blanco, and you really like seeing people like nodding their heads and like saying it back, and you know, you open your Twitter and people are like writing your lyrics. Sometimes they're getting them wrong, but it's still like, if that's what it means to you, hey baby, woo!
We'll take it.
Croissant, uncle, whatever you heard, baby boy, okay. You know, it's a really, really awesome feeling, and I know how special it is because I was on the other side where all I did was listen to music and all I did was live music, and it was just a part of my life, and I have a favorite song. So to know that there's one verse where somebody's like, yo, that is my favorite verse from a female rapper ever. I'm like, wow.
That's pretty powerful.
That's me. It's really, really amazing. It's like a crazy feeling. It's like having a diary, but it's on the radio. And like, it doesn't matter. People, it's not like a secret.
Does that not make you uncomfortable though? Because I mean, it's a diary is very personal.
I just always think of Taylor Swift. You know, Taylor Swift has made so much money. She's built an empire of bad breakups.
Right.
Come on, break my heart. Please break my heart.
You're gonna tell the world about it.
Please break my heart.
And cash the check.
Please break my heart. I dare you, please break my heart.
I absolutely love that. You're a very expressive person, so I think that, you know, you being a musician is actually the perfect combination.
Right? I think it was like my next thing, because I'm such a, even in our friendship, we're always like, you're the more calm, chilled one. Yeah. And I'm like the one who's like, friend, come, let's go. Friend. You know? So I think for me, it was like that way for me to channel all the things that I'm feeling, because sometimes as a young person, you don't really know how to express yourself.
Right.
You want to like get to the next level and be at the top of the game, but at the same, you don't really want to stomp on people, and you don't really want to, you know, be known as that diva, but at the same time, you know, you should be treated a certain way.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on all the time.
Things that you're just like constantly toying with.
Yeah.
So it's really amazing to just get it out with the music. And you know, sometimes when you do an interview or you say it, it may not be perceived the way, but with music, like you say it on a track and it's done, however people receive it, that's how they receive it.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like, that's how I felt at that moment.
I absolutely love it, friend. I love it. From Nomuzi to Moozlie to Skanda Quizas. Will that ever change, by the way, the name? Skanda Queen makes you Skanda. Or is it always going to be a thing?
It's not, like, the thing is that I actually go by Moozlie. Like, that's the name that's like on all the records and stuff. Skanda Queen is a name that I obviously got from the camp, and I just embodied it. So I love it. I was like, when I saw it, I was like, yes,
this is the one.
Queen.
Look at the chain.
That's me. Yes.
Look at the chain.
Yes, that is me. So it's definitely a feeling like I'm now gonna be exploring the more Griselda Blanco side of my personality, where I just like, I have to be the queen pin in this hip hop game, because if you don't know who Griselda Blanco is, she like was, yo, Google Griselda Blanco. And that's what's about to happen to the rap game. That's all I'm saying.
I'm for that. I'm gonna run with that.
Yeah.
My friend, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank
First
you,
female
and
guest.
congrats on your new show. I'm so proud. I just came to see you. Like, this was fun though.
Perfect catch up, right?
So great. But I really came to see you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
But about that job.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like you can still, you know, you got it though. You know you got it.
So don't say there's beef when you see me.
No beef at all, man. Thank you, Mama. Thank you very much.
Friend.
Always an absolute pleasure. Skanda Quizas, guys. Cash time. Crack cast. Can I even say that? Nah.